Good morning to dear students. Last time I have explained you the definition of triangle, criteria for congruent triangles, and also I have explained the definition of congruent triangles. Now today I will explain you the important theorem 7.2 angles opposite to equal sides of an angle opposite to equal sides of an isosceles triangle are equal. Okay, in this chapter you have to study the statement of remaining theorems except 7.2. In the theorem 7.2 you have to study the proof of this uh, theorem, but the remaining theorem you have to study only the statement. And in this chapter the exercise 7.1, 7.2, 7.3 and 7.4 are reduced, but I will explain you the first. I have explained exercise 7.1 or odd question 1, 3, 5, 7. But in the remaining exercise I will explain you. I will give you the explanation of first two sum, and you have to write only this sum. Okay, now we know that according to sides there are three types. If in a triangle all sides are same, it is known as equilateral triangle. And if you measure all the angles of this triangle ABC, then they must be 60 degree. Their measures are 60 degree. The angle of triangle, measure of angle of the measure of angles of triangle ABC are of 60 degree. Means equilateral triangle is equiangular triangle. If you construct a triangle ABC in which AB, AC and BC are same. Suppose AB, BC, AC are of, if you take 4 centimeter, construct this type of triangle, and if you measure angle A, angle B and angle C, so they are all are same, and three angles are same, their measures is 60 degree, right? So equilateral triangle is equiangular triangle. Now if you draw the isosceles triangle, that is two sides are same. If you construct a triangle in which two sides are same, suppose this side is 5 centimeter, right? If you construct a triangle of this measure, and if you measure angle Q and R, then these two angles are same. Means here these two sides are same. Angle R is the opposite to PQ, angle Q is the opposite to PR. So in a triangle two sides are same, angle opposite to them are also same. So here we have important theorem: angles opposite to equal sides of an isosceles triangle are equal. So here we have a triangle ABC given, and in this triangle we have AB and AC. Let AB and AC are same, right? Because isosceles triangle, so two sides are same. So here we write the data. First we write the data that is triangle ABC is an isosceles triangle in which AB equal to AC, right? And to prove, we have to prove, what we have to prove? The angle opposite to equal side, that is angle B is opposite to AC, angle C is opposite to AB, both are same, so angle B equal to angle C. We have to prove angle B equal to angle C. Okay, now proof. So construct the bisector of angle AD, right? Construct the bisector of angle A. So draw the bisector of angle A and D be the point of intersection of angle A and BC, right? D be the point of intersection of angle A and BC. So here we have what we can say, angle BAD and CAD are same. Why they are same? Because AD is the bisector, and AD is the bisector means AD divides the angle A in two equal parts, angle BAD and angle CAD. Now here we have to prove angle B equal to angle C. So if we prove triangle ABD and triangle ACD are congruent, then corresponding angles are same. Biciplicity, that is congruent parts of congruent triangles, the corresponding sides are same. So we are taking for triangle ABD and triangle ACD, we have given AB and AC are same, right? Because isosceles triangle. So given AB equal to AC given. Also we have BAD equal to CAD. Angle BAD equal to angle CAD, because reason is by construction of bisector. And also AD is the common side of both the triangle, so AD is equal to AD. So because 2 equal to 2, 3 equal to 3, so AD is a common side of both the triangles, so AD equal to AD because common. So by side angle side, therefore by SAS criteria we can say that triangle ABD congruent to triangle ACD. This is the symbol of congruent. Now two triangles are congruent, corresponding parts of congruent triangle are also same. Therefore corresponding angle, that is angle ABD, is equal to angle ACD. Angle ABD equal to angle AC. But angle ABD is angle B and angle ACD is, that is angle C. ACD, sorry, angle ACD, that is angle C. Therefore angle B equal to angle C. So here we have in triangle ABC, AB equal to AC, then angle B equal to C. So the angle opposite to equal sides of a triangle are also same. So hence the theorem is proved. Now theorem 7.3. Theorem 7.3, that is, if in a triangle ABC, if we have angle B and angle C are same, angle B and angle C are same, and if you measure the side opposite to angle C, that is AB, and if you measure side opposite to angle B, that is AC, if then both these sides are same, we can find that AB and AC are same, because here angle B and angle C are same. So the theorem 10.3, the sides opposite to equal angles of a triangle are equal. These angles are same. So the side opposite to equal angles, they are also same. Right? This is the theorem 7.3. We have to accept without proof. Means we don't give the proof. Okay. Now exercise 7.2. First question. In an isosceles triangle ABC with AB equal to AC. Here we have given isosceles triangle ABC and AB equal to AC given. The bisectors of angle B and C intersect each other at O. Join A to O and show that, that is prove that OB equal to OC and AO bisect angle A. So first we draw the figure according to this data. Triangle ABC is isosceles triangle with AB equal to AC, and the bisector of angle B and C intersect at a O and join A with O. So first we draw the figure and we prove the first result and then we prove the second result. So here in question number 1 we have given triangle ABC in which AB and AC are same, and the bisector of angle C. Bisector of angle C means these two angles are same. Means angle AC, here this point is O. We have given in the question that bisector of angle C and bisector of angle O intersect in a point O and join A with O. Okay, so here this OB is the bisector, so angle ABO, this angle, and angle CBO, these both angles are also same because OB is the bisector. These two are same. Here OC is the bisector of angle C, so ACO, angle ACO and angle OCB are same. Now we have to prove first result OB equal to OC. Now here this is the rider, right? So first we write that here in triangle ABC, AB equal to AC, it is given, right? It is given, and we have to prove that OB equal to OC, right? Now here in triangle ABC, AB equal to AC given, right? So here AB equal to AC. So two sides are same in a triangle. The angle opposite to these two sides are also same by theorem 7.2. So angle, which angle opposite to AB? AB. Which angle? Angle ACB. Angle ACB. And AC, which opposite angle? Angle ABC. Angle ABC. By theorem 7.2. Okay, now multiply both sides by 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 angle ACB equal to 1 by 2 angle ABC. Now 1 by 2 angle ACB, that is half part of angle ACB, that is angle OCB. Angle OCB. And 1 half angle ABC, that is angle OBC. Angle OBC. Now in triangle OBC we have angle OCB and angle OBC. Both are same, we have proved. And two angles in a triangle are same, then the side opposite to them are also same by the theorem 7.3. Which angle OCB, which is opposite side OB, and angle OBC, which is opposite side OC. So OB equal to OC. OB equal to OC by the theorem 7.3. Now another result, we have to prove that AO bisects the angle A. So we consider triangle AOB and triangle AOC, right? So for the triangle AOB congruent to, for the triangle AOB and triangle AOC. Okay, now we have given AB equal to AC. AB equal to AC because we have given, right? Now AO is the common side of both the triangle, so AO equal to AO, AO equal to AO, AB equal to AC. Corresponding sides are same. Now we have proved OB equal to also OC, OB equal to OC because we have proved. And this AO equal to AO, that is common. So by which criteria we have used here? Side. Therefore by side criteria, both the triangle AOB congruent to triangle AOC. Now two triangles are congruent, their corresponding parts are also same. Therefore by CPCT, corresponding parts of congruent triangle, angle OAB equal to angle OAC. Angle OAB equal to OAC. See that OAB, OAC both are same because two triangles are congruent, corresponding sides are same, corresponding angles are same. So here angle OAB equal to angle OAC. These both the triangle are same. We have proved that. It means that AO bisects the angle A. Therefore AO bisects angle A. So this is our first result and this is our second result. This is also the means whole exercise 7.2 is reduced, but I will explain you first two example because these are also useful in a 10th standard. So I will explain you first two example. Exercise 7.2 question number 2. In triangle ABC, AD is the perpendicular bisector of BC. AD is the perpendicular bisector of BC. Perpendicular bisector means AD perpendicular to BC. So angle ADB is right angle. And also what we can say about angle ADC? It is also the right angle because these two angles are angles of linear pair. Angles of linear pair are supplementary. Their sum is 180. So this angle is 90 degrees. So this angle is also 90 degree. Also AD is the perpendicular bisector of BC, means AD divides BC in a two equal parts, right? And we have to show that triangle ABC is a isosceles triangle. Isosceles, that is two sides are same, and with two sides same we have to prove AB equal to AC. AB and AC are same. This we have to prove. Okay, so I will explain you proof. Here in triangle ABC, AD perpendicular to BC, right? And we have to prove that AB equal to AC. Triangle ABC is an isosceles triangle. So we consider triangle ABD and triangle ACD. So for triangle ABD and triangle ACD, okay, here AD is the perpendicular bisector of BC. First we write that here in triangle ABC, AD perpendicular to BC. Here in triangle ABC, AD perpendicular to BC. Therefore, angle ADB is 90 degree. So what we can say about angle ADC? Angle ADB is 90. Angle ADC is also 90 degree. Angle ADC is 90 degree. Why? Because angle ADB and angle ADC are angles of linear pair, and angles of linear pair are supplementary. Their sum is 180. So we write the reason. Angle ADB and angle ADC are angles of linear pair, right? So angle ADB and angle ADC are 90 degree. Now we consider triangle ABD, triangle ACD. Now we have AD is the common side for both the triangle. So AD equal to AD, AD equal to AD common, right? And also angle ADB equal to angle ADC, both are 90, so they are same. Angle ADB equal to angle ADC. ADB equal to ABD equal to ADC because both are 90 degree. Both are 90 degree. Now here also AD is the bisector of BC. AD is the perpendicular bisector. So AD is perpendicular to BC, and also AD is the bisector of BC, means AD divides BC in a two equal parts. Two equal parts. So BD equal to CD. Also BD equal to CD because AD is a bisector of BC. Therefore, which criteria we have used here? Side, angle, side. Therefore, by side, angle, side criteria, both the triangle ABD congruent to triangle ACD. Now, two triangles are congruent, their corresponding parts are also congruent. Therefore, by CPCT, AB equal to AC because AP corresponds to AC and two triangles are congruent, corresponding sides and corresponding angles are same. So, AB is equal to AC. Hence, the result is proved. Hence, the result is proved. Okay. By CPCT, therefore by CPCT AB equal to AC. Now theorem 7.4. It is the SSS rule. Right? Last time also I have explained you all criteria. Once again I repeat you theorem 7.4, that is SSS rule, SSS criteria. So if in a two triangle ABC and triangle PQR, is AB equal to PQ, BC equal to QR and AC equal to PR, that is corresponding sides of both the triangle are same, then the corresponding angles also same. So we can say that if in a true triangle three sides of one triangle are congruent to three sides of another triangle, then both the triangles are congruent, right? Because we know that equilateral triangle is equiangular triangle, so both the triangle are congruent. So triangle ABC congruent to triangle PQR. So what is the SSS rule? If three sides of one triangle are congruent to three sides of another triangle, then both the triangles are also congruent. This is the SSS rule or SSS criteria. Okay, theorem 7.5, that is RHS rule. That is if in a two right angle triangle, if the hypotenuse and one side of one triangle are congruent to hypotenuse and one side of another triangle, both are same, means are equal, then both the triangle are congruent. That is, here see that here in this right angle triangle hypotenuse is 5 cm. Here in this right angle triangle hypotenuse is 5 cm. So hypotenuse are same. Right angles are also same. And the one side, here this is pose and this is pose. So right angle are same. So we use R for right angle, that is capital. Right angles are same. Hypotenuse are same, so capital H, that is hypotenuse are same. In corresponding sides of both the triangle are the same, that is S. R for right angle, H for hypotenuse, S for sides. So in a two right angle triangles, in a two right angle triangle, hypotenuse and one side of one triangle are congruent to hypotenuse and one side of another triangle, then both the triangle are congruent. Okay, for example, say this is triangle ABC and triangle PQR. So here angle B congruent to angle Q because both are right angle, right? Right angle. Their hypotenuse are same. AC, because AC is side opposite to right angle, so it is known as hypotenuse. AC and PR are same, that is hypotenuse are same. So corresponding hypotenuse are same and corresponding sides, that is BC equal to RQ. BC equal to RQ. Therefore sides are same. So RHS by RHS, both the triangle ABC congruent to triangle PQR. So this is the RHS rule. Okay, now inequalities in a triangle. Inequalities in a triangle. So for that to explain easily, I have taken this right angle triangle. If a triangle ABC, right angle B is right angle and AB is 3 centimeter, BC is 4 centimeter. So by Pythagoras theorem, AC is a 5 centimeter because we know for Pythagoras theorem AB square plus BC square equal to AC square. Right? Here I have taken this triangle to explain easily. Now here see that in triangle ABC, this angle is right angle. Okay, so what we can say about angle A and angle C? They both are acute angle. Their sum is 90 degree. Okay, so the angle is less than 90 degree, angle C is also less than 90 degree. And here this angle B is right angle. So this angle B is greater than angle A and angle C. Now see that here this angle B is the larger angle in triangle ABC because angle A and angle C are acute angle. Angle B is larger angle. Now this angle is larger angle, and which is the opposite side of this angle B? AC. And what is its measure? 5 cm. Here 5 is greater than 3, 5 is greater than 4. So see the theorem 7.7. In any triangle, the side opposite to larger angle, the side AC opposite